Now, we know much of Europe has seen wildfires, heat waves and droughts over the last couple of months. Scientists say it's on track to be the continent's driest summer in 500 years.
One of the worst affected countries is Spain, which is a major global supplier of fruit and vegetable, and climate change is forcing prices up again. Our Southern Europe correspondent Mark Lowen reports now from Andalusia.
What Spain calls its green gold should be glittering before harvest. But with the worst drought on record, parched groves bear little fruit. In this, the world's biggest olive oil producer, supplying half of all global stock, the yield is already down by a third. In the bottling plants, they're worried the flow is becoming a trickle. Production in this factory, that also exports to Britain, is dropping by a half, pushing up prices amidst a global food crisis. A vital sector for Spain and for consumers is in danger.
Shoppers are already paying a third higher than last year, but the drought will increase that even more. With the downturn, we may have to lay off some workers. Another year like this would be a complete catastrophe.
Now Spain is turning to its shores to help the water shortage, expanding plants that desalinate seawater to compensate, the country forced to adapt to climate change.
Plants like this one will allow us to secure business around here because this is an area that has lived off agriculture for years. The Spanish government wants to expand our plants. This one will go up by 25%.
The main problem here is clearly the drought, but there's another issue too. Half of the water coming out of this plant goes towards irrigating the fruit and vegetables growing in these kinds of greenhouses, Spain producing the most in the EU. But perhaps with our climate heating, this country can just no longer afford to be the Garden of Europe.
With parts of Spain the driest in 1,200 years, this dystopian vision of a once bountiful land is a glimpse into our future. Mark Lowen, BBC News, Andalusia.